Congratulations, and thank you so much for making time to do this interview with me, because last night you were part of the last portion of a certain competition that you won nationwide, and is something that I actually consider a tradition now here in Canada, because what you do, we've got a lot of people who are great at. Now, as people don't know what the hell I'm talking about, what did you win last night?
I won SiriusXM's Top Comic Canada.
Congratulations on that. First, I got to ask you, how did you even get involved with this competition? Because this is something that is huge. And like I said, this is nationwide.
Every year they call out for submissions for comics, and then we just give them a set, like a 6-minute set, our best stuff. And then they pick, I think it's 60 comics to go through. And then they wind it down to, it winded down to 18 who all compete for votes. And then they wound it down again to 8 who all competed last night. And then I won.
What was the competition like last night? It must have been fierce. I was supposed to be there. I couldn't, and I apologize for that. I wish I was there to see you win, but what was that competition like? Because knowing Canadian comics, it had to be fierce.
It was insane. Everybody actually crushed it. I feel like it was such a warm atmosphere backstage that everybody just left their nerves behind and was able to do their best. I was so surprised that I won, because everybody did so good last night.
I was going to say, what were your thoughts when you heard your name as the winner?
They said Winnipeg Zone. I was like, gross. Who's that? But I didn't think it was me, because I just have very low self-esteem. And I was like, they're like, Winnipeg Zone. And I was like, ugh. And then I was like, oh, I'm from Winnipeg. And everybody was like, that's you. And then I just started crying, because I was just, I just came out as transgender, and it's just such a huge moment for trans visibility and for the queer community of Canada to see somebody, to have somebody in the spotlight like that. I don't know, it was too big for me.
Well, I was going to say, then I can jump into this then. Are you ready for this career? And also, are you ready to be a role model too?
I've already been doing that, so I'm ready to just keep doing it. And the competition comes with so many amazing prizes, like JFL Sydney, JFL Northwest, Just for Laughs, and a taping at another year at JFL42, and I'm just ready to be the first out trans person to do all of those things, and I'm ready for people to be able to see themselves where they should.
Represent. I love that. But you mentioned Winnipeg. How did the career start for you in comedy?
I actually moved straight to Montreal, because Winnipeg, when I started around 13 years ago, there was no comedy in Winnipeg, so I went right to Montreal, where I worked with amazing comics, and I moved back to Winnipeg and then here. So Winnipeg is a very amazing, I'm going to say burgeoning. The scene there is amazing, but I just needed a bigger glass ceiling to tear apart, you know? So I forgot the question. I'm so nervous.
No, you answered it perfectly. But what would you describe your comedy as?
Like if I like my comedy to be, and I hope it is, like if Peter Pan kissed you on the mouth.
Say that one more time.
If Peter Pan just if he gave you a thimble, like if he gave you a kiss.
That is the best description I've ever heard of anything. So you kind of talked about now what's going to happen. You've got all these other comedy shows too. But what do you think, though, that winning this is going to do for your career? Because like I said, when it comes to Canadians, especially in the last 30, 40 years, I mean, we have really made a statement throughout the world, and now you're doing the same thing.
I don't know what it's going to bring. It has so many opportunities that come along with it, and just being top comic means so much, but I don't know what the future will bring. It's just like, it's been an insane last 12 hours. I don't even know what, I feel like I'm in a whirlwind. I don't know what it'll bring me, but this year's going to be freaking huge, and this last year has already been so big, so I don't know what to expect. I'm just so happy and elated, and I'm just so thankful to Canada for voting for me and for the judges for picking me. It's so much bigger than we know to have a trans person win this. It's so huge.
I am looking forward for more stage performances. I am hoping for a comedy special. I am hoping for a DVD. I am hoping for everything for you. And for the rest of us who are now jumping on this bandwagon, where do we go to follow you on social media?
I'm hoping also for more interviews where I do this more, because I did that a lot. But you can follow me at Chanty Marostica on all social media.
Look, take over the world. Congratulations, and thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you, Rudy.